In this video, I am going to show you how we can use the ranks column to make at least 1 point a day. And if you stay tuned, I'll show you how 1 point a day might not sound much, but can turn into quite big stakes and quite big profit fairly quickly if you stick to it. So there'll be more of that in the video. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Malcolm and I've been creating software for the betting industry for the last 24 plus years. And this is the Greyhound Card Software. And the idea is that there's loads of ratings so that you can find greyhounds to back, place, lay, or lay place even. In this video, we're going to talk about the place market and particularly on the exchanges like Betfair, where the price should be a little bit better than it is on bookies, but it's worth checking. You never know. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be dealing with this column here, which is called the ranks column. Okay, and what we're looking for is a number between, well, a number 2, 3 or 4. Now, as you can see in this race, there are no ranks because I don't rank every race. It will depend on how much information is in the database. I've got over 1 million records in the database, but some races still don't have enough to create the ranks that I need to create. And you don't always get the QS rating that I need to in order to create it. So that race wouldn't have happened. The next race is this one. Now, what we're looking for then is the lowest number. Now, there's two actual ways of doing this. You can look for the lowest number and just back that one. Or you can look at any number between 2, 3 and 4 and back the lowest price one. The lowest price being should have the best chance of winning. So what I've done is I've created a quick Excel spreadsheet, and basically we've got lowest number, which in this case would be 2, or lowest price, which in this case, if I just move this over a little bit, you'll see the lowest price is this one. So if we look at this race, then the lowest number lost, so that's a -1. We'll just use 1 point stakes or £1 or whatever 1 point stakes, and the low price won at 0.99. So if you were looking for about a point's profit a day, then that would be fine. Now, before we go on, I want to talk about points profit. Sorry, didn't mean to move that window. Whoops. That'll make you dizzy. If we're talking about points, let me show you something else that you might be interested in. So this is my trade growth spreadsheet, which comes with a lot of my products, or I'll give you a link where you can purchase it on its own with 5 different methods to use with it. But basically, I've set it up so that obviously it's not 7th of 11th today. It is actually today I'm recording this. I always say you shouldn't do that. It's actually the 2nd of the 11th of 2023. So must be nearly a year since I created this version of the spreadsheet. Anyway, so what we're doing is we're using a £100 bank or a 100 point bank. We're using 1% of that bank, so a 1 point stake. We're going to compound 10%, and that means that we're going to take some of our winnings and move it onto our next stake. And our target percentage is 95. Now, if you pay standard commission on an exchange, it's going to be around 5%. I actually only pay 2%, which you can do on Betfair quite easily by taking one of their offers. But I'll leave it at 95%, so we've got an idea. So how does that look? Okay, so let's just say we started today and our target was today to make 95 pence after commission. And then we compound 10% of that onto our next days or next targets. I call them targets because not everybody can bet every day. I only bet 5 days a week personally. If I can do that, I don't always get to do that. You can add all these, all your trades or bets along here until you reach your daily target. So in this case, our daily target was 95 pence. So if we just made it on 1, we'd have made our daily target. Yeah, so what that means is that if you keep doing this day after day, then gradually your stakes will go up, your bank will go up. Now, by only compounding 10%. We could probably compound more if we wanted to, but if we compound 10%, some people compound up to 45%. Then gradually over the days and over the weeks, our stakes will go up and our profits will go up, and we'll get somewhere. That's like 60 days, 2 months time. Theoretically you could be up to that. You're going to have the odd losing day, and it's probably going to wipe out a couple of days, that kind of thing. So you have to be a bit careful with that. So getting your stop loss will probably right. But this tends to work really well, this method. So you won't often lose. And it's a matter of just deciding where you're going to set your stop loss and say, right, that's it for the day. These are greyhounds. Some days things just do not go according to plan. Okay, so you can see that, even 90 days you'd be making stupid money. So even with odd days losing and coming back and that sort of thing, if you was going to take a long-term view of this, 6 months, then you could be making quite a bit of money. There will probably be a limit where you could do it on the place market, but you could probably easily get to 50 to 100, maybe £200 a day on the place market. And you don't have to put your whole stake on. You could do it over a number of stakes if you wanted to. Lots of ways you could do it, but that's the idea, and that's what I'm always telling people about. We'll go back to the results. Okay, so we lost on the 2 and we won on the 1. So in theory we would have probably just about made our 1 point stake today if we'd had used the second method. Let's go to the next race. So we've got a free there and the free loss, so that would have lost on both because that would have been the lowest number and lowest price, whatever way you look at it. So I'll put -1 in the spreadsheet on both sides again, and as you can see I'm adding them up down the bottom, so we're -2 on one and -1 on the next one. So let's go to the next race, and we've got a free there, so the free came in. Now the other thing you could think about is only going on 2s or over. I'm not too sure. I don't really like going under 1.5, but I will do, if I just feel like it. Sometimes I don't, but generally I do. But we got 0.65 profit. I'm not going to use the commission here. I'm just going to put in the actual numbers, but there'll be commission on that. So again, if we have a look, we're at 1.35, -1.35 and plus 0.064. So let's go to the next race. There were no ranks in that race, so we'll go to the next one. And we've got a 4 and a 4, and both of those lost again, so we're in a -1 there and a -1 there. We'll just leave that there for next. So we go to the next race, and no 2, 3 or 4s, so we come out of that race. We go to the next race, and no 2, 3 or 4s again in the ranks column. So we go to the next race. Oh, by the way, the ranks are just these 2 ranks added together. So we've got a 2 there. Sorry about this here. That's just one of my plugins, and I meant to turn it off before I started recording, but I didn't, so it's staying there. But you should still be able to see that was a loss on a 2, and that would have been the same on both again, so -1. Do you go for really outsiders? That's another thing you could argue with. I've seen some days where those big outsiders have 1, so it may be something that you want to do, or you might want to stick to the top 3 as well, or not go on the bottom 2 or the bottom 1, because it isn't going to come in very often. But if you need it to come in, then it could be a good way. Okay, so we go to the next race, and our lowest one is a 3 there, and as you see it's a really low price, but we put it in anyway, so 3 there, and that would have been the same on both of them, so 0.35. I'll just update you on the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet shows that we're still minus on both of these. Okay, so we'll go to the next race. Normally you can do this within an hour. Sometimes you get winners on the first races. So again, it's the same for both. 1.65 profit. So 1.65 and 1.65. So again, we're back into profit on the lowest price, and we're still out of profit on the other one. So we go to the next race, nothing on that one. We go to the next one, oh, nothing on that one either. Okay, so we've got another 2. I like the 2s. 0.88, we'll go for that. Same on both of them. 0.88, 0.88. Now again, on the lowest price one, we would have been past our 1.5, 1 point now, up to 1.52 or 1 point, whatever that would be after commission. But we're still a little bit low on the other one. So we go to the next race. And we've got another 2 there and 1.51 profit again. So 1.51 and 1.51. So that one would have made obviously more profit, but we would, if we'd have stopped, we wouldn't have done that one. And that one's just over our point. Now it's not quite our point, so let's carry on with that one. And I mean, I would stop because I was close to the point, and there's no point keep going on and on and on when you're close to it. But let's go on a little bit. So we've got a 4, but it didn't win, so we're going to put a -1 in there. I won't bother about the other side. We just use the lowest. We've got a 3 there, and that again would have been another -1. So as you can see, the racing's going on a little bit now, but we'll just carry on. That was the lowest one, yeah. And we've got with the 1206, a 1207 was abandoned that race yesterday. So we go to the next one, and we've got a 4 there, lowest again, so we put a 1.08 in there. So we're back into profit after those 2 losses. We had those 2 losses put us down. So let's just see. And there's a 3 there, and it actually won at 3. It was the only one. I've kind of thought about that, where there's only one, and I just kind of, well, if I was a tipster and I was giving out these 2, 3 and 4s for you to back, and only those, then you know that would be the only one we saw in that race anyway. So it came in 2.2. If I put that in, so you know that obviously takes us well over the 1 point into 2 points. So you can see how it works. Basically, we're just looking for that highest rank, and we go from there. So while I'm talking about it, can you, if you're liking the video so far, can you subscribe? I'm going to show you, or I'm going to try and attempt to show you this in real life on using the betting software. Okay, so we're going to have a little go of this, and what we're going to do is we're going to try it out. Well, we've got 2 3s in this. Now, the way I look at it is we go for the lowest price. Now, I know Sheffield is a little bit behind today, so I'm not going to do Sheffield races. But what we're going to do is we go for the lowest price on the 2 3s, which is Savannah Judith. So they're just about to load. I'm just waiting for the time. Okay, so we've gone £1, £3.80. I'm not doing any more than £1 stakes. Anybody who knows that I never do more than £1 stakes. I'm not here to entice you to gamble. I am seeing this as a bit of fun that you can do on the side. Works reasonably well, as I've shown in the video, but it is gambling. You can lose money in gambling, so I'm not going to show you how to lose 10, 20, 30, £100 or whatever. This is just a bit of fun. So they're loading the traps, as you can see. I don't know if you can hear the volume, but I doubt if you can. I think I got it turned off, but they're off. So where are we? We're on trap 3, Savannah Judith. So that price is quite high. We could have probably got a bit better price as well. And they're off and racing. And we're right down the back. Oh, there we are. We're not going anywhere in this race. And as I've said before, that you know, you've got to expect with the larger prices, sometimes you're just not going to win. Nothing happened in the first bend. and you know, three's running there, but it's never going to be good enough. So 2 won that one, and 5. So neither of our selections would have run that one. So next one is this one with Sheffield, but that's running late, so I'm not going on that one. So our next one is 6 minutes away, and we have a 2 there at 0.87, and we'll see what happens there. If anything happens with the video or anything, my session PL is up there, which you can probably just see. Just let me bring it down a tiny bit. My session PL is there, so we can see how that looks, and when we get to 1 point and how many races we got. All I'm trying to do is get to that 1 point profit. So I'll come back when we get closer to that race. Okay, so we're just over 1.5 minutes away from the next race, so I'm going to sort that by ranks. Okay, which hasn't, it thinks that's a 1, that's why. But anyway, 2, this is our 1. Now if we win this, we're only going to be back pretty much where we were. Now these 2 races are quite close together, so we'll have to see what happens. So I've got the guy speaking to me in the background as well, so I've turned his volume right down so I can talk to you. But we're down to the last minute. We're waiting for them to load at the moment. We're missing Sheffield because Sheffield is way behind at the moment, so there's something going on there, and we're coming down to the last 40 seconds, so getting ready. Oh, it's gone over 2 now, which is quite nice. We've got a reserve in trap 6. Some people don't go in races where there's reserves because you never know anything about those reserves. So the original runner has been taken out and there's been a reserve put in there, so we actually don't know much about what the reserve would be because I don't update the information with the reserve information. So all we know is that is our selection. We're waiting for them to load. It's coming down, so we're going to put our bet in now, wait for that to be matched, and that's matched. So they're still a bit slow into the traps, but they're about to load now. They're just going in now, as you can see. So we are waiting, and our next race is 1 minute 52, so hopefully they're going to get on with this because I might have to go straight to that one. So 2, we're on. We know we're on 2, so let's get ready on this one as well. There's a 4 there. So, okay, we're on a 2 here. So we want to see a win on 2. That race is getting there. We've got 1 minute 22. And they're off. Two's in the lead. 3's beating 2 now. Oh, I don't know. 2's getting chased down. Oh, yeah, I think it just won. Right, we still won't earn enough from that, so we would have earned just over a point, so we've got to go into this one. So next race, 11:51, Nottingham. Go to live stream, and we've got to place our bet. So that's 4. Again, that's high. Oh, it's a bloody handicap as well. I don't really like these races, but anyway, I haven't really done much about it. We'll have a look. So sometimes the outsiders can win these because they just get so far ahead the others can't catch them. But if we win this, we'd be well up. But I don't hold up a lot of hope for it. So our next race after that is Sheffield. Is Nottingham again. Sorry, our next race after that is Sheffield, which we're missing, so it's Harlow. Okay, so let's see what we get. This is 6 we're after. It's right at the back, so it should in theory be a good runner, but obviously they think it's too far out. Sometimes it just seems so hard for those. Here comes 6. Come on, 6. Oh, will he get it? Yes! And there you go. We got that 3.3 win on 6. So that takes us to our profit for the day. And that's sometimes how it happens. I always wonder about handicaps. Like I said, I don't particularly like them, but you know, I haven't in this particular method looked at handicap races or D3s or Ds or any particularly type of numbers, but I think I'm going to leave handicaps in on this one because that certainly showed us. So what I'll do is I'll wait for all the profit and loss to add up, and then I'll show you that, and we'll talk about the final bits and pieces. So here's the results. £1.04 on that race, which took us back into you know, just about zero, and then we had the 3.3 win, which happens sometimes just like that. I've seen bigger wins than that with this method, and we are back to well, 3 points in profit just about. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. That'd be great. Give us a thumbs up, because it's the thumbs up that I think really count as well. And if you look below in the description, you'll see the links to this software, and a free system as well if you're into greyhounds that you can run. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.